But as the Lord will have it, the Lord said, no, you're not gonna stay in Lagos. You're going out of state. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Damilolasokunle. If you are new here, thank you for stopping by. So today's video is about a story time. So guys, I want to tell you how traumatized I am about my Nysc experience. So I'm here to tell you my Nysc ordeal. So if you are Nigerian or by chance you just know about Nigeria, so Nysc is National Youth Service, Nysc, National Youth Service Corps. So it's a program every graduate in Nigeria has to do. Basically it is to save your father's land. So, and they say it's by force. Imagine, is it by force to save father's land? What if I don't like my father and don't want to save him? Anyways, that's the situation of this country. So once you go to school in Nigeria, even if you schooled abroad and you want to work in Nigeria, majority of the companies will ask you for your Nysc discharge certificate. So that's the background. So every school, every student has to go for Nysc. So let me start my story from the beginning. So after school grad, my name came out on the Nysc list. I was posted to you can't even imagine. Even me, when I saw the list, I'm like, no, this is not true, this cannot happen. I was sad. I want to believe that I cried because I could not just, as in it was, oh gosh. Anyways, I was posted to Jigawa State. I'm like, it's only when we are reading State and Capital that I read of Jigawa before. Nothing has made me come across the word Jigawa aside from that State and Capital table. So anyways, it was time to go to Jigawa, and then I think the list came out maybe less than a week before the supposed resumption date to camp. So booked ticket, there's no direct flight to Jigawa. You have to stop at Kano, and then you take a bus to Jigawa. So I stopped at Kano, I took a flight to Kano, feeling like Otondo styles, and I wasn't happy. I obviously wasn't happy. It wasn't where I wanted, and I wasn't even interested in the old service thing, but I had to do it. So when we got to Kano, we had to take a vehicle going to Jigawa. I think it was about 3 hours drive or 2 hours drive, something. It wasn't such a long drive. So when I got to Kano airport, the person picked me up and took me to the camp. So I had to take so the person took me to the camp, bargained with the cab driver that I wanted a private cab to take me down there. But when I got to the park, I saw like there were other Nysc Nysc people are going to Jigawa. And I'm like, oh, instead of me taking the cab alone, let me take it with other people. So I took it with 2 other people. It was a smooth journey. The roads were pretty good, but the roads were good, So we got to camp. I didn't get there the first day. I think I got there the second day or so. Anyways, I got to camp. Nothing. You register at the gate. You know they could not allow the driver enter now, so we dragged our boxes in. That was like a smooth journey. I'm like, oh, the camp wasn't bad. The road, it was like a well set up camp, because I've actually heard of stories of some camps that are miserable looking and all of that, but this one, I will give it to them, it was neat. It was well built, as in you could see that there was intention to know that this was going to be for Nysc, unlike where I've heard that some places they use schools, they use abandoned schools and all of those dirty, silly stories. Anyways, this was a well lit, neat camp. So I entered, I found an empty room. I think they left an empty room for the next set of people, now. Anyway, I took a bed space. If I can remember clearly, everything was smooth till I got a bed space. Like all of the journey was okay. Then came the first day. The room was jam-packed. You can, as you expect now, they're like 1,000,000,001 people in a room, but there was bunk. Nobody was sleeping on the floor or anything. There was bunk, so I was on the upper floor because I knew there was no way I would sleep on the lower bed where somebody can just randomly sit on my bed. I hate someone sitting on my bed. Not even the fact that sitting on my bed, the fact that you sit on my bed and you not lay. So right from school, right from time, all my hostels, all my living on campus, I lived on campus all through my school years. I was on the upper bed. Even when I went to law school, I was on the upper bed. I could not, as in, there's no way I would lay my bed, go out, come back and see that somebody has sat on it or somebody spilled something on it. So to just avoid stories that touch, your girl picks the upper bed. So your girl picks the upper bed in Jigawa Nysc camp, and to the best of my knowledge, everything went smoothly that day. The next day too, they called us out. We went out. So yes, I know now. People know NYSC story. I've not got it to my real story. You know NYSC story now, drills in the morning and all that. I think it was now like the next day. Now woke us up in the morning. It was freezing. I'm like, what? Like, I'm now see something here. Am I in the abroad? Why is it so freezing, guys? It was freezing, like freezing. And you know now, your girl didn't know anything about Jigawa State. Nobody told me anything. I don't even think I did research. I don't have the knowledge. I didn't have the knowledge that I have right now because I should have researched. So I didn't research. I just went to normal clothes. I was freezing. It wasn't funny. There were a lot of us that we were underdressed because we didn't know what was happening. We could not do anything on the field. You know, they used to call out field, I think 6 o'clock or 6:30 in the morning or something like that. I can't remember. So majority, I believe 90% of us were cold. We could not do anything. It was bad. So like that first day, second day cold got to me. I couldn't do anything. I was feeling so down. Long and short, I started going to the clinic because I developed sinuses from the dust, the cold, everything. I developed sinuses. I started going to the clinic for medication, but those ones now, they were students. They were not even student doctors. So okay, yeah, student. I'll never call them student doctor because student doctors, because they were not. They were still practicing according to their books, not according to experience. So some of them didn't even know what sinuses was. It was tough. I couldn't get the help that I needed, but I was managing myself. When it's time to do something, I will not go. When it's time to do this, I'll just sit down on the field. I will not do. You know now when army come, when the army guy come, I'll say I'm not feeling fine. They'll say go and sit down there. They'll give you tag that you're not feeling fine. So something. Anyway, I went on like that for about another 2 days. But there was this particular day, the mommy market was big, you know, and then I in particular hated eating from random places. Not like I can't eat mama puto, but I can't just see mama puto and just eat. So feeding was a big deal for me. Do you get? And I don't like to see that mama that their kitchen side. Even in school, majority of the times I never went to buy food myself. So there was what we used to call any work in school then, where you send them to buy food for you. So those were the people that I used majorly in school, just because I didn't want to see the environment so that I don't feel someone eating the food. So here, seeing their environment, some of them were neat, but it was such a big deal for me to eat there. Thank God I took provisions, so majorly I was on provisions for the days that I was on that camp. But here is the real story. On this fateful day, I think that was the 6th day I was on the camp, after struggling to survive. I wasn't feeling myself that day. Not like I was sick, but I wasn't just feeling myself. And I already said to myself that I'm not going to go out. Let them bring down heaven and earth today. I'm not okay. By the way, let me backtrack small. In case you are wondering what school I went to the University of Lagos. Great, great. And I studied law. I'm a barrister. Yeah. Anyways, so where did I stop? I think I already missed track. Okay, so that particular day, I knew in my heart of hearts I was not going anywhere. That let the commander, chief in commander of the armed forces of Nigeria come to this room. I'm not feeling fine is what I was going to tell them. So fortunately for me, the director of, was it the director? Yes, I believe the director of camp came to the room that day to come and look for people that were not going anywhere. So I think the previous day too, I did not go out. Those army guys and whatnot came to come and search. I'm like, I'm not feeling fine. I'm like, go and rest, you know, all this kind of. But it was by begging that they allowed me to go that day. So this particular day, the woman came, the zonal director of camp, I believe. I remember that there was a man and a woman that were in charge of the camp. Yeah. So this woman came to the hostel that everybody that wasn't feeling fine, that what are people doing there, that if they're not feeling fine, they should go home. And I already heard that screaming from the gate. I'm hearing go home. In my mind, let me remind you. So before this particular day, I've done several things to leave camp. I've gone to go and meet the director, the head of army, to go and see how I can get an exit. That I wanted to leave camp, I was not feeling fine. They told me to write letter, I already written letter. They were doing bala, like they were, as in, I've tried several means. I was ready to pay to leave camp. Yeah, I was legit ready to pay to leave camp, but it wasn't working out. So on this particular day, the woman comes to the hostel, shouting down, and then she parades all of us that were left in the hostel and told us to come outside. That if you're not feeling fine, go to the clinic. Anyways, my dear brothers and sisters in the Lord, they paraded all of us out, took us to the clinic, wrote down our details, and said that you all are leaving camp today. In my mind, I was the most excited, but I just couldn't show it on my face, yeah? Because I mean, this was like my 7th day. Yes, this particular day was my 7th day on camp, because I remember that I used exactly 7 days on camp. Previous 6 days, I've been plotting ways to leave this camp, and the Lord, just in his infinite mercy, just provided me a platform to leave officially. So it happened that a day before, on the 6th day of my staying in camp, there was an emergency case. There was like somebody that had been going to the clinic, she's not feeling fine, but like I said, doctors were the ones attending to her. Anyways, they did not take her serious. Yeah, she had not been feeling fine, they did not take her serious. So this particular day, she broke down. I think she fainted, and they almost lost her. Like there was a 1% chance of her survival. Like she was going as when she was in camp, but they quickly rushed her to the hospital, and then the hospital said, you guys just came on a thin line, that she was gone, blah 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 blah. So that was the energy the woman brought into the hostel the next day, that if you're not feeling fine, come and be going home. We don't want somebody to die here. My dear, that's how they wrote all of us list, your condition. I said I have cyanosis. They shall wrote our condition, took us to the zonal coordinator's office, wrote down our details, processed our money, guys. I think that time it was 19.8. Yeah, it was 19.8, and transport fare, I think 5k or something like that. They gave everybody transport fare. If I can remember vividly, sorry. So they gave us that money cash. I can never forget, 500 naira. I was the happiest soul on earth. I could not believe my eyes. I could not believe my ears. I could not believe what was happening around me. And then I had like 2 friends that I made on camp that we were together. We were together in the hostel, those of us that planned not to go out that day. So we all were there. They counted our money to us like this. Before they counted our money, they told us to go back to the hostel. They give us 10 minutes to pack our things. Packed my things. In short, oh God is wonderful. Packed my things, went back to the office. As in, a lot of people saw us. They thought we had done something grievous. So everybody was already this one, something like that. But they didn't know what was happening, and they told us not to tell, as in like not to loud it here. So we went back to the office, collected our cash, 500 naira. It was about 23,000 or 3,000. They gave us transport fare. So everything was about 23,000. Collected my cash. Off I went. Took a cab. Luckily for us, the 3 of us found, like the 4 of us found a cab going to Kano. We took a cab going to Kano. We went straight to the airport. There was no flight going to Lagos that day. Went to an hotel, booked an hotel. We all stayed there. Gosh, Bedbug Hotel. We all stayed there. Also, the night in Kano. We didn't go out though, just so that they will not kidnap us or something. We did not leave the hotel that night. Next morning, off to Lagos. You know, your girl came back to Lagos. I can't even remember if I told my people I was coming. Maybe it was a surprise or something. Anyways, I got to Lagos. I was excited. Oh goodness, I was excited. Got to Lagos. They gave us transfer something now. Yeah, I think they did our transfer at that point. I can't remember the middle details. Forgive me. It's been 4 years already. I think 2018 or 2016 or so. I can't remember. Did I go to NYSC after camp or camp before NYSC? Sorry, did I go to law school before NYSC or NYSC before law school? I went to law school first before NYSC. Yes, that's how they do it in Unilag. You go to law school first before NYSC. So I'd already gone to law school then. So I think this was 2016. So by the time the list came out, yeah. So when we were leaving camp, they asked us our state of residence, yeah. And I told them I stayed in Lagos. So the plan was to post us in our state of residence. I think that was the additional benefit we had at that moment. So I was comfortable that I was going to be posted to Lagos. So by the time the list came out, I was posted to Ogun State. I was devastated. I was sad. I was angry. I'm like, what the every other person, they posted them to where they wanted. Yeah, it pained me. But anyways, I thank the Lord that I fulfilled my duty as a child of this nation. I served my nation. I served my fatherland with all my heart and all my strength, going for clearance, going for CDS. I enjoyed some of the CDS because we went to motherless home and all of that. But the ones that we had to go and clean one nonsense place and maybe go and cut grass, you get what? I'm not feeling fine. I will go there, but I'll tell you I'm not. But I thank the Lord that I'm here today to give you my NYSC experience. NYSC did not carry me away. I hope you guys enjoyed it, my story time. See you next time I have a story to share with you people. Bye.